Going live. What's up, Eric?
Hey, how you doing, Remy?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Another day, another Sunday. Alchemy brothers coming here. How you been this week, man?
Busy, dude. Like the whole because I work in a retirement home, and the whole coronavirus thing has just been like kind of hectic, I would say. Making little things a little more extra because like people catch it and they have to be gone for like 2 weeks, about
Yeah.
almost a week and a half, and so it leaves like a huge gaping hole, and then people need to fill it in. It's just been a lot of work, but it's good. Same time, I'm getting a lot of money, but at the same time, like kind of one of the reasons why I wasn't here last episode. I had to step in
Yeah.
and work, try to
Hey,
get more experience as a manager.
is that what you're doing? Like manager work?
A little bit, yeah. Like usually on Saturday is my usual day that I usually go in as a manager,
Oh,
and so I picked up another shift doing the same thing on Saturday, but doing it on Sunday. And I did that today. And then like today, someone called off because they had COVID symptoms, and so like they pretty much have to take a test and wait until that test comes back. And so I had to just fill in for like a part of their job because there was like no one doing like a certain like thing.
yeah. I bet you they bullshit it sometimes. Like, I don't want to go in. I feel COVID symptoms. I don't want to go in.
Honestly, some people can use that excuse and just go get a test and like, oh, well, it's negative. I can come back again.
Yeah. And they're off for like 3 days or something.
Yeah, pretty much just because they're like, yeah, pretty much.
Bastards.
But it happens, man.
Yeah, no, it does. Well, I mean, overall, I mean that's good though, man. You're working and everything, so that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, on my end, I'm still waiting on that phone call from the orphanage. So see what happens. Like I said earlier, if I don't get any call this week coming up, I'm gonna have to start looking really hard for a job to enter February with the job. I mean,
Yeah, it's a good
but
mentality.
yeah, I mean, overall, like I've been saying this whole month, whatever happens, happens. That's been my motto. That's what I've been living by. Whatever happens, happens. I can't control everything that's happening around me. What I can control is, myself. So, yeah, that's just the way I've been going about it. And I, not a day goes by where I don't say that. I'm like, man, whatever happens, happens. Like, for example, I think, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I had a flat tire. I woke up to a flat tire, and I'll go downstairs, and I was just like, oh, fuck. I wanted to get so mad, and I was like, well, whatever happens, happens. Just put the spare on, and I went to the tire shop, got another one, and
That
yeah,
was it.
yeah. I
That
mean,
sucks.
yeah, it does.
But
It was money I wasn't expecting to waste, but
life happens.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna have to do the same thing with my truck. I'm gonna have to get all new tires.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
tires.
hopefully we get stimulus check. Hopefully it comes through.
Another one I know, because that
Come
$600
on.
man went out the window.
That dude, I seriously, dude, I had that money, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, where did it go?
Yeah. I had to pay bills, man. I'm just like, oh man. Like I said too, like I'm only doing Lyft and DoorDash right now for money. So yeah. So I don't want to say that I'm struggling. I'm not, because I kind of put myself in this hole.
Yeah.
So I say I'm progressing. I'm progressing. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm out of my comfort zone. That's for sure, dude. So I'm like doing so much where I'm like, all right, I gotta bust my ass. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. And I don't know. I think it's kind of cool, and then it's kind of stressful at times where I'm just like, I'll be here. And I just like think about everything. I'm like, no, don't think you're thinking negative thoughts, and so I'll meditate, and yeah, I mean it's oh, I guess like this episode, I know we were saying that we were going to be talking about how's our year going, but I guess I started already. Um, for me, kind of it's hard at times, but I really don't like try to pay attention to the like it being hard. Like I said, I'm not struggling. I'm progressing, and yeah, I mean, there's times where I'll be here and I just get like so lonely, and I hate that. So I'll sit down and write.
Mm.
Um, but another thing too, I think I mentioned it like 2 episodes ago, where I was gonna be doing this to myself, where I was gonna be taking January and not like socializing with my family. Like I'll send them text messages, but I'm not physically seeing them, and so I'm like, I'm putting myself in this position. So I mean, I'm not upset.
Yeah.
I can't like really be like, well, why are you alone? I'm like, Remy, you put yourself to be alone. Like you did this to yourself. And I guess I kind of wanted just to do it just to see and grow and I don't know, learn. I don't know if that makes
Mm.
sense, but
It does. It does. It doesn't have to make sense to like anyone else but yourself.
yeah.
Like there's a reason why you did it, and you're the only person that knows. And but at the same time, yeah, like it's good to like have that mentality, like you not let yourself fall into that negativity of like, damn, like like I'm so lonely here, like and like you said, you're writing, and honestly, by what I've heard, I'm no writer myself, but like most writers like putting themselves into that state before they start writing like a nice good book.
Mhm.
So like I think you should just focus on like your book, you know, uh, do your usual routines when you wake up, like meditate, exercise or yoga, whatever it is,
Mhm.
and then clock in some hours at you know, at what you call
Lift.
a lift,
Yeah.
and then get that amount you need to survive that day, and then just come back and then write that book.
Yeah.
Concentrate on that.
Yeah. Honestly, like it gets hard sometimes too, where I like to get like creativity like flowing through my mind. Today it actually took me a while. I was trying to draw and I couldn't get into the zone of drawing. I haven't drawn in forever, and I was trying to get back into the zone of drawing. And then I've been listening to books on how to become creative, like how to get your creative writing going again. And he says just to draw or like write random stuff like a blue bird or a pink bird or something. Just make random ass words, and then that's kind of just flow in your mind. And it made sense, so I started trying to do that, and it seems to work. It seems to work pretty good. Another thing I do too every morning, I turn off my phone at night. um, and some people agree with it, some people don't. um, but I mean it's the thing. I don't know, I need to like get away from the matrix, right? And so like for example, I'll be awake for like an hour or like 2 hours before I turn on my phone. But what for like 15 minutes or 20 minutes I'll sit on a couch and I'm just like thinking. I'm not meditating, I'm just like looking around my room, and whatever thoughts like kind of just come to my mind, I'll think about that thought. And then it could be like the most random thought. Like I've had thoughts where I'm like fighting someone and I'm just like, why? Like why did I think that, or even like past scenarios, I'm just like, fuck that guy, um, but yeah, that's something that I do because I think it was in the book The Magic of Thinking Big or something like that. It's a beautiful book. He mentions that. He says that people should actually take like time just to sit down, don't do anything, just not even it's not even meditating, just sit down and just think, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna try that. So that's something I've been doing too. And
I do that all the time. There's times when I just sit down and just like into my own train of thought, and I'm just like, oh, oh shit, like
yeah. So it's cool, it's fun, and it gets lonely though. It does. I'm not gonna lie.
you should do what I told you last time when you mentioned about um like not talking to your family, like write them a letter and then mail it.
Oh yeah, you
So
do.
in a way, you're already like writing. So you're kind of working on your writing, but you're writing to your family, and then at the same time, like I don't know,
Yeah.
that'll bring some feelings to you, like you're actually talking to them.
Yeah, actually, that's not bad. I'm gonna write that down right now. Right to the family.
Oh,
Um, everyone, fuck it. Everyone. All right, cool.
good for you.
I actually forgot about that. That's not a bad idea. Good, thank you for reminding me.
I actually, I always say that because there's a resident at where I work at. One of my coworkers is telling me like, excuse me,
Good.
yeah, it's just weed. It's not COVID, guys. um, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So he actually writes people that he knows like around, not around the world, but around the state, and he writes them letters all the time. And I don't know, like last time he was actually like there writing, and he looked very happy, and I was just like, oh, that's cool, dude. Like nobody really does that a lot anymore. Like it's all about like text and technology. Like people don't really write like
Insta.
letters to each other anymore.
Yeah,
So I honestly thought that was pretty cool.
it's not a bad idea. Yeah. No, I know it's gonna surprise my brother when he receives a letter. So.
You're like, dear brother, it's year 1805.
Oh,
Just kidding, it's 21.
another thing too. I don't know. You weren't here last week, but one thing that Walter and I were discussing was I started writing, but I'll write like future tense. Like it's me in the future. I'm talking to myself in the present moment. I don't know. It's kind of cool, like a cool thought of doing it because in the book Think and Grow Rich, um, Andrew Carnegie, he's he was like a rich guy back in like the early 1900s, and he mentioned something called the infinite intelligence, right? And the infinite intelligence it's the universe, I guess you could say, but it's like the mind of everyone in the universe, right? So you could pull out knowledge from like whoever you like want. And he says like it's not like time doesn't exist because it's just the knowledge of like just knowledge just roaming in this infinite intelligence, right? So I took that into play, I guess you could say, and I kind of like pulled my infinite intelligence from my future self, and just started writing it like, hey man, I remember this day. Yeah, it was like I remember being sad, but I can't tell you what's going on right now in my life, but just let me know, you are happy, you are living with your family, you do have a wife, you do have kids, and but like it's crazy because it's not even me writing, dude. Like I'll be writing and I'm not even thinking, it's just writing like subconsciously. It's just I'm just going about it. It's so
That's
weird.
cool.
It's pretty cool. And then I did another one too where it was where I entered someone that I was really close with last year. Well, no, not last year, 2019. And like they were writing a letter to me, but I was writing it, and it was pretty freaking cool, dude. Uh,
And I'm gonna have to do that myself. That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. So yeah, Walter was like he mentioned something like that too, that um because I was saying that I was writing my future self, but he mentioned that some someone's kid passed away. This is like a story that he heard that someone's kid passed away, and that the dad sat down and just started writing a letter, and it ended up being his son writing the letter to his own dad, right? And at the end of the letter, the son said, I am red, like, the color red. And the dad didn't know like why he ended the letter like that, but that the next day he got a picture of a painting of like a red figure.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, and so it was pretty cool. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably the infinite intelligence that they were talking about in that book.
Yeah. That's because like yeah, like honestly, I really do believe that like our minds are greater than what we actually think it is. Like it's much more broader than what we think it is,
Hmm.
or no, like we only tapped in like a little percent of it. I know for a fact. Like, and
They
it's
say
insane.
they say 5%. I think it might be a little higher than that though.
Say it might have been like 7.
Hmm.
I think that was a number that popped in my head. But um, I honestly do believe that like even like the deja vu, like it's like a another time life or another like dimension
Hmm.
that like kind of cross each other in a way. Like it's been a while since I had deja vu, but uh, there was incidents like if I actually had or seen someone that I once saw in a dream, like passing by. It's
Yeah.
insane, like crazy that it has happened to me once, and I'm just like, what the hell? It's like I just dreamed this like a while ago, and I'm just seeing it right now.
I haven't had deja vu in forever too. I can't remember what the last one was that I had, but yeah, I know it. Like I know because it feels like it goes slow for like a split second, but that second feels like a long time. I don't know how it is for with you, but like I'll go like into like a confused daze for a second. I'm just like, oh shit, I just had deja vu.
Like for me, it's more like I'm like, didn't this just happen yesterday? And then I'm like looking at myself like, no, it wasn't yesterday. I was like, maybe a dream. And then that's when usually that's I'm like, man, that's weird. Like, well, and there's other stuff too. Like a couple of times I've called a couple of things in my own head, and then whatever I said, that kind of happened. Like in my head, like oh, like I'll think of someone, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna end up doing this, and then later on, like that person ends up doing something close to what I thought it, like I said in my own head, and I was just like, oh shit, and I was like, fuck, I called that dude, like without even like knowing. It was just like a thought, kind of like the way that dude does, like in the book. You just sit down and think, and sometimes I get these thoughts, and I'm just like, ah, they're nothing. And then later on, I'm like, oh shit, I thought of this just yesterday. Like it just happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man, could be you entering your infinite intelligence.
It could be. I'm hoping so.
I was like, man, what's the infinite intelligence for like 2 years from now? Like lottery tickets.
That's why I always buy them, dude. You got
uh,
in it to win it.
yeah, a buddy of mine, he was telling me how when he buys lottery tickets, you've seen The Secret, right? Or you've read it, or
No, actually, I have not.
no?
That's the one on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah,
That you
yeah,
guys been
like
telling me to watch.
the law of attraction. Yeah, and he talks about how he like used the law of attraction like when he's like doing lottery tickets, and if he doesn't get it, he's like, next time I'll get it next time. And that usually he does win like at least like $25 when he gets a next time lottery ticket.
Honestly, that's what has been to me. Like I don't get all anxious. I'll just like I like buy them and then sit them somewhere, and then I'll run across them. I'm like, oh shit, I totally forgot about this, and then scratch them, and usually I'll win like a free ticket or like $2, $5. The most
Yeah.
I've ever won was like 75. I thought that was cool off of like a $5 scratcher, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's awesome.
I
But
remember.
like that's the thing. Like I put them away and I forget about them, and I usually I put them in books. So when I start reading a different book, I'm like, oh shit, look, the scratcher.
Like, $50, hell yeah. There was one time a bird actually pooped on my shoulder, and then I went to go buy a lottery ticket, and I won like $65.
Damn. I'm gonna be sitting down freaking at trees waiting, trying to get shit on.
I was like, oh hell no. You know what? I was like, hell no, man. I got so mad. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. That's a sign. That's a sign, bro. There's something I was gonna mention right now. Oh, oh, I guess, yeah. This one could be. This this podcast is just gonna be everywhere in a way, um, but because you were talking about deja vu. What do you what's your thoughts on like alternate universes? Like, you think we could enter alternative universes, or like even like a parallel universe? Um,
uh,
because I was
go ahead.
watching some videos on TikTok, and these people were talking about how like one time he killed, or he didn't kill a cat, but he saw like a cat dead on the road, and he took a picture of it, and he said it was his cat, and that went home. It like the cat looked the same, that like, but when he got home, that his cat was right next to him, like in the couch, right? And then he looks at the picture and he looks at his cat, and he's like, "What the hell?" And so that he went back to where the spot where the cat was dead on the road, and that the ground looked completely different than what it did on his phone.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, I swear, like I entered a whole nother like dimension, you know." And I'm just like, "Can that happen?" Like,
I honestly do believe in like other dimensions. That kind of like I don't know, like that's how I was telling you about the whole voodoo thing, like or voodoo. Like completely wrong thing.
it's like, wrong
um,
podcast, wrong podcast.
sorry.
That's tomorrow.
Deja vu. Um, deja vu. Like you kind of like glimpse into like something that already happened before, or like in another universe. You kind of hit that too. Like
Hmm.
I don't know. Like I do believe in it, but I really don't concentrate so much on it. But I don't know. I would say I feel like you can. I feel like it's just different stages that you get in your own life. So it's like I don't know. Like we're in like a 3D right now, and
Hmm.
then you have to go in 4D, 5D, so forth.
See, I understand 3D. I understand the 3D concept, but the other 4 and 5, I don't really understand that much.
I feel like you're gonna. Well, I don't know. Like after you get about 3D, like the 3D,
Hmm.
and you start like I don't know, like your life starts kind of getting a little better, like things start going a little better. And I feel like that's when you advance to the next dimension. Like it's just like you opening the different dimensions through your own like soul, I would say.
Okay. Hmm. It's pretty deep. I like that.
That's how kind of I view dimensions. Like you can penetrate them, but it's just you have to focus on bettering yourself than what you were yesterday.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then the more you think about the positivity comes to you. It attracts more like positivity things, more people around you. uh, uh, Sometimes you'll get like different offers because of the whole positive like vibe that you have and
Hmm.
bring. And then by going through those stages, you're just bringing more things that are better for you, and those are just dimensions you're going through. That's how I view them.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Like same thing with like the dreams. I kind of feel like sometimes you get dreams, and it's kind of like your own future telling you a little part what's going to happen.
Hey, if that's true, bro, I've been trying to do lucid dreaming this whole entire week. That's one of the things I've been practicing too. Like I said, I'm doing like some random ass shit. So I've been sleeping with my laptop, and I've been sleeping with my headphones on, and I'll have like what is it called? Binaural music. It's just music with like beats, soft music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm sleeping, like if I could like remember in my dream that I'm hearing this music, like I could kind of like trigger like, okay, this is a dream. I can move. I could do whatever I want, right? I actually had a dream the other day where I was in Call of Duty Warzone, And I actually had my partner. They were with me. They were hurt, so I picked them up and we were gonna run because the gas was coming.
Okay.
But then like there was people fighting. I didn't have a gun, so like I dropped them on the floor and I laid on the ground too, pretending like I was dead. And and all these cars are just driving, vroom, 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 and then I hear some guy, like, I know he saw us and I know he knew we were pretending to be dead. He's like, the gas is coming, you guys gotta get up and run. So I pick up my partner and then I throw them in the car. The gas is like, we're in the gas, and then uh we end up driving out of the gas, and then we go to like this cave. And like this is all I'm controlling this, right? Like I'm doing everything here, and we go to this cave and we're hiding there because, like I said, we didn't have any guns, and this person's already wounded. And I was like, all right, man, chill. We're gonna chill here for a bit. You know, we're gonna try to third party someone. We just gotta find some stuff. And they're like, oh look, people! And he runs out there with a hammer, and then they just blast his ass. And then they see me and I'm just like, hey man, I don't have shit. Like don't shoot me. And they're like, what do you got? And I pull out like like in Call of Duty, the armor plates.
All right.
I only had one. I was like, that's all I have. And then they like just like pat me down. They're like, all right, you're good. And I was like, I'll take off my clothes too. They're like, no, you're good, you're good. I was like, all right. And then yeah, I woke up and then I had another one too where I was Miles Morales, the Black Spider-Man. That was cool too. I've had two Spider-Man dreams, and that was my second one. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's something that I've been trying to do is lucid dreaming. So right now that you said that dreams are like you from the future, I'm like, hey man, I'm
I'm
Spider-Man.
fine. I've been wanting to like do the lucid dreams too. I've heard like teas help too. I've like a buddy of mine sent me this like link about like different teas that kind of help you like open up your mind
Ooh,
and give you
send
like
me that.
different like pheromones and sort of opens like certain parts of your mind.
Like, do you drink it before you go to bed?
Yeah, like a little like really I would say like an hour before
Okay.
in bed.
Because the ones that like the ones that I've seen, they say you set your alarm clock for a certain time. Like let's just say you set it up for like 4 a.m. or something, right? But you're still planning on sleeping longer. Um, you set it up, you stay awake for 2 minutes, and then you go back to sleep, and just keep telling yourself, "My body's going to sleep, my mind's staying awake. My body's going to sleep, my mind's staying awake." I tried that one once. That one kind of worked, but the one with the headphones, that's the one that I've been doing more.
Yeah, because sometimes I do those YouTube videos like the sound, like the ones like for lucid dreaming and stuff. I've done it like 2 times, and actually it does work.
Mm-hmm.
I've had like some like dreams sometimes like I'm just like okay, I was like I had a dream. That's cool. Like I've actually because it's been like sometimes I don't dream. Like I feel like I don't dream. Like I just kind of like go to sleep and then sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night not knowing what's going on, and then I drink some water and then just go back to sleep and then wake up when the alarm goes off. But I honestly don't remember any dreams or anything.
I remember you mentioning that, yeah, when we were working at the retirement home.
But I have can't really remember who told me, but someone was telling me that if you tell yourself that you will dream before you go to sleep, it ends up helping you
Mm-hmm.
dream.
I could see that because you're kind of just preparing you're telling your mind to what you want it to do, so you're just taking that in, or your mind's taking that in. Because yeah, like what I've been doing too. I've been telling myself every night, I'm a lucid dream. I'm a lucid dream. I'm a lucid dream. Um, but I don't know. I don't know if you remember. I used to try to like every night. I'd be like, I did this like during the summertime. I was like, I am control of my dream or my day. And what I used to say, I used to set an alarm for like a certain part of the day, and I was like, this is all a dream. This is all a dream. I am in control of this dream. That I start like eventually it kind of started freaking me out because I didn't know what was reality and what was a dream anymore. And I was like, I gotta stop that shit, bro, before I get too deep into that.
Fucking break out of the matrix.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna think this is gonna be like Inception. I'm gonna jump off of, like.
It's like, what the fuck? Dude, that movie is so fucking confusing, but it's so cool.
I
Like,
love
I
it.
like it.
Love that movie. That movie's man. Like they talk about Christopher Nolan, the guy who I think Christopher Nolan. I think he's the one that made it, right?
Oh, I'm not too sure about that.
I think it is, or is it? I don't know. Whoever made the movie, I think it's Christopher Nolan or Zack Snyder. I'm confusing it's two, but he actually lucid dreams. He practices that, and that's how he comes up with these whole movies.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I could see that being really beneficial if you could create your own dream and however you want it to be. Bro, I'd be writing stories like crazy. you know?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm gonna try to look into like those teas, see if I can find them, because I've been wanting to do that like a lot. Like, actually try to get some dreams and then write them down before I forget them the
Mhm.
next morning.
Oh, dude. So that reminds me. So, okay. So I was dreaming, and then I woke up. So in my dream, I think this was a lucid dream because I slept with the headphones in, and I was just thinking in my dream. Right, I was in like a school playground. I guess I was in school, and we had like some sort of like concert or something at school, right? And the guy on stage, he's like, "Hey, I want you guys all to stomp your feet, right?" And we're all stomping our feet. He's like, "Is the floor making noise or is your feet making noise, right?" And I was like, "Well," I started thinking about it. It's not the floor that's making noise. The floor is not going to make noise. It's the vibrations of your feet hitting the floor that are making the noise, right? So then I kind of came up with like this whole concept of vibrations. Um, I don't know where I'm going with this. Like I said, this podcast is just going to be everywhere. But vibrations. So this came from a dream, and I was like, if I entered a quiet room, the room will remain quiet until I made some sort of noise, and the noise would be vibrations, right? I was like,
Right.
if 100 people are standing on pavement floor and all of them begin to stomp their feet on the floor isn't making the noise. It's the vibrations from the force of the feet hitting the floor. And I was like, snow is a good example of this next topic of vibrations. Snow is a very dense material or thing, whatever you want to call it. But snow is very dense. But if you collect and press snow together, it becomes really hard because the vibrations of the snow moving fast because of the vibrations of the snow are moving faster, right? So like snow is not gonna be like you can't stick your hand in it anymore because now it's like a really hard compressed thing that it's just like an object now, right?
Yeah.
So like my idea of like vibrations is like that's snow, right? Like that's the vibration of, let's say that's the vibration of snow, and then when it's like it becomes like a snowball, it's like, does that make sense?
Yeah. So like, because of the pressure that you
Yeah,
put into making it into a ball, that's the vibration.
yeah. So I was like, so if our thoughts are vibrations as well, they're gonna just be that. And I was like, how do we make? I was like, how do we manifest our thoughts to become physical objects? And I don't like I can't like that's where I really like stopped. I can't really like answer anything of that, but I guess my only thing that I could think of is like you kind of just have to like believe that you can make that thought into like a physical object. And
Yeah. I honestly do believe if you focus hard enough into the dream, like you could make that into reality.
mhm.
So in a way, it's like it is that vibration. You're first thinking of it, and it's vibrating. But the more you focus on it, the more you actually put your intention into it. It starts vibrating more
Mm-hmm.
because pretty much that's I would say like the whole life is about vibrations.
You
Like
cr-
sound, light. Um, what else is
just everything, bro.
yeah, pretty much everything's like vibrations. Like
Your
even
heartbeat.
like our heart. Yeah.
Ah, man, I don't know. That's some of the stuff that I guess you could say I'm working on.
Mm. Honestly, like it's funny that you like talk about vibrations because honestly, like I feel like, and I've always said this, like I don't know, I've been saying this for a while now. It's like I honestly believe that God's a vibration. Like it's
God,
a
God is a
because
vibration.
yeah, like it's a vibration that holds things into place,
Mm-hmm.
and in a way to be in that vibration, you have to focus onto that vibration because like the one time when I was really like really like sad and depressed, that's what I felt. I felt this happiness, this vibration of happiness around me. And then that's when I kind of got myself out of that depression when
Mm-hmm.
I was like 24. Like I focused onto that vibration that I felt, and ever since then, like I've stuff just kind of falls upon me. Things like out of the normal, and it's always like a good thing for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I feel like it's because I focused on that vibration of that happiness that I felt in that moment, and I really felt like it was like God that came down and just gave me that happiness.
Do
And
you
so
go
it's just
back
like,
to that? You go back to that one as a reference, I guess you could say, to like bring you to like certain things in the future.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I
To
like
go.
I always focus on that moment, like when everything seemed like it was going downhill for me. Like I really didn't like where I was in, that spot I was in. I wanted to change my life, and I was like literally thinking about suicide, and I was just like I was like I don't want to do this because I've always been naive, like really like hard headed, and I don't know, like I for myself, like I feel like that's very like cowardly, I would say. Like it's too much of my own pride for me to actually do it. So like I felt some kind of relief in that area, and then I started just like feeling this happiness, kind of like a happiness that I've never felt. Well, I would say I felt it when I was a little kid. I
Yeah.
think everybody feels it when they're little kids. And it was been a while since I've actually felt that happiness, that I was just like, man, like I was so close to like ending my own life, and then like this vibration, this happiness just kind of overcame my shoulder and just like filled me. And I try to go back to that reference, like that happiness that I felt. Like I
Mm-hmm.
could always feel that again, but I need to focus onto it. So that's why like I like to say like always focus on positivity, not in the negativity, because that's the vibration you're trying to keep yourself in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, going to vibrations and positivity. The heck? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah,
Okay. For what was I to say?
vibrations and then positivity.
Positivity vibrations. No. Oh, it's
No.
left me.
No,
Ah,
but
man.
like, I would say like that's it's funny how you speak of vibration because like that's kind of like my mentality of trying to keep myself positive and happy, and like good things always happening to me. It's like I try to keep myself in that vibration of happiness, that vibration of positivity, of just endless blessings.
Hmm. I like that. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, like you going back and feeling those vibrations that trying to follow that up with something right now. Um, so let's say it's like this, right?
Hmm.
But what if you're going the opposite direction with it?
Well, either way you're going, it's still the same. You know, like that end. It's still the same direction, just different way. Because it's still going up and down, but it's just going the other way around.
Okay. Because I always pictured it like you want to be with it though. That's
Oh yeah, but even though if you're going this way, you know, like it's
hmm
still a vibration. You just got to focus on that vibration, and then in a way you just end up where you're at because it doesn't really like I don't know.
Oh, they'll line up eventually, I think.
Oh yeah, because they you just got to focus on that vibration, and then it,
Oh, they
well,
would. It would line up. I'm over here like, yeah, no, it would line up. So it's just a matter of fact of like when you can line it up. They would line up, right? I'm not.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. Like I honestly believe like you could line it up.
Crazy. So still kind of on the topic, I guess, of vibrations, um, but this one's including shrooms. I saw, I saw like two brains. One will what? See if I can find it, and then I could do like a screen share. Give me a second. Um,
It's funny because I just not too long ago did some. Sweet water.
oh, okay, cool. It's this picture. See if I can share it with you. There is an option here where I can share, screen share. There's no option. No.
Yeah, just send it through text.
Kind of wanted to show everyone else too, though.
Oh, I see.
Here. Advanced. Multiple participants can share spontaneously. One patient can share at a time. Advanced settings. Okay, cool. I guess. Desktop one. Sure. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Yeah, screw it. I'm not. Hold on. I'm back. Let me get my phone. I threw it over here.
Okay.
Try to be off my phone as much as I can. Let's see. When you're recording this meeting. Oh, okay. Eric. I'll just take a picture. Fuck it. All right, there it is. You should receive it. So there's a brain on psychedelics and just a regular brain. And did you get it?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool because I've never tried them, but how they were explaining it is that that the first brain is like it has stop signs, like there's stop signs around there, right? And then the
Mhm.
second brain is like without any stop signs. So it's bringing whatever like is the norm and just enhancing it like times 10. So I've never tried them, so I guess I can't really explain it, but
Yeah,
as
honestly,
but you could see like the purple line is multiplied by like 5 lines, and then the green one is like multiplies itself, and then the orange one you could barely see it, but it's like more than one orange line. So
what video is this?
oh, it's not a video. I mean, it was on TikTok.
Oh,
Did I save it? Oh,
yeah, but honestly, it does like I would say like in a way it opens your mind because honestly, dude, when I was on on them, I literally was thinking in my own head like something was gonna happen, like I was telling you earlier,
mm-hmm.
and that was literally like calling things, but I wasn't saying it out loud. I was just thinking them out loud in my own head, like oh, like this is gonna happen, and surely enough, that fucking dude drops the fucking cup, and I'm like, oh, I kind of called that was gonna happen,
It's pretty
but it was
nuts.
just crazy.
Yeah, get rid of that phone.
Yeah, I would say you should try it one of the like one of your like one day in your life, and like try it out.
I want to. I do. I do. Guys, don't say. Just saying. Live once. Not
Live
saying
once,
not saying to do drugs, but live the life.
responsibly.
Yeah. Ah man, it's crazy because we know so little. Like we know nothing at all. Honestly, nah, shit. Uh,
That's why I live my life like like oh like in a way I wake up knowing that I'm gonna learn something new.
that's my
You
goal
know?
every day. Yeah, that's my goal every day to learn something new. And this I'm reading this book. Wishes don't bring riches, and he's talking about life. He talks about life and how life you can't cheat her. Um, sorry, because it like cracks my voice, and then I don't know. So I hope it doesn't affect the audio. It's the FBI getting into my shit.
Go
Um,
away.
um, but he talks about life, and he says how you can't cheat life. Like you can't use alcohol to like be creative, because like if you do like spontaneously create, like have use that as a creativity to like stimulate your mind, there's repercussions, right? Like for
Mm,
example, like Edgar Allan Poe, like he was like his best work was when he was drunk, but like look at how what happened to him. He was found drunk, dead in the middle of like a ditch, and he's like, so you like you can't like he says about alcohol and like narcotics that you have to be creative on your own, but at the same time, like if you do that stuff, not to like indulge too much into it.
yeah, because honestly, I feel like they're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take this amount, and I'm gonna think of something, and they're like, okay, I still haven't think of anything. Maybe if I do it a little more,
Yeah.
I'll get something. Like they're just, I guess, depending on it so much that it becomes into a problem.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. He says like if you do like just socially drink or anything, just make sure you're not like depressed or sad or something, because then that could become more of a habit. Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, they talk a
that's a
lot
great.
about habits too. Did you finish that book, The Power Habit?
No, I have not. I've been reading. I've been reading another. Dude, like I told you, I always do this, but I've told myself I'm not gonna read another book until I've done finish this one. It's because my sister gave me a book.
Oh, the Don
The,
Miguel.
yeah, the Don Miguel, but I can't remember something knowledge. But I've been reading it. And it's pretty cool because like the first chapter kind of talks about Adam and Eve and how the tribe that he lives in, their perspective on that story.
Hmm.
And so they kind of give you that detail of how they perceive the story of Adam and Eve. Like people are, they're not, they hear the story, but they don't, they kind of just don't like listen to the message within it. So they're saying like in a way, like the serpent, they say that they took a bite out of the apple and that's it. But they say that they feel like they ate the whole apple, they died, and woke up in another dimension. But like, in a way, like the the disease is the knowledge that they're trying to receive as a human. So like, it's what is damning us in the end is trying to know more knowledge. And because of like that's how Adam and Eve, they try to go, the tree of knowledge, and they ate the apple. But that is the reason why we're always like fighting with each other and not being able to like withstand each other, as like in continents and
Hmm.
other, like China and America, like how they hate each other. Like the reason why is because they're trying to know more than the other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
And
true.
it's just a constant battle, like, oh, like we know this, we're better than you. But we're like that's the disease that we pretty much have because of the whole Adam and Eve story, that we're always trying to know more and more. And then it
That's,
talks about the second chapter is more of like him trying to just teaching you how like that in life, like we think we're not good enough for things, and that's what's killing us too. Like it's what's making us prevent us from doing anything, because we're like in our own heads, we're already saying like, oh, I don't deserve this, or
like,
I'm
I
not
don't
good
deserve
enough.
her or that job.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. Like I'm barely on chapter 4. So it's really cool. It kind of like tells like he like in the story he's talking about his grandpa, how like he was trying, pretty much telling him like, you don't know a whole lot, so don't try to impress me, because it's funny that you're telling me this, because I've told my own grandpa the same thing when I was your age. Like kind of like it's cool.
Hmm. Let's
It
check
kind
it
of
out.
like gives you like the inside of things, but it's cool. So I'm gonna finish that book, and then after I'm done reading that book, I'm gonna finish The Habit,
It was
The Power.
beautiful. The Power Habit
Yeah,
was good. Yeah.
because honestly, like it was cool where I left off. Like if I can remember correctly, it was like it was about the Target, like when they were like how
It's
they like,
know everything about us.
yeah, they know everything about us, how they keeping track of everything and stuff like that. Like, I thought it was really cool, but I ended up like the holidays kicked around and didn't read for like any of those months
The-
until like until like until like Christmas. My sister gave me that book, and I was like, oh crap! Like I'm gonna try to read this.
yeah. No, I don't blame you. But I think the Power Habit, it's not as thick as you think it is, because like a good portion of the back pages are just like the notes or like references that he got. Oh, you muted yourself. I was like, why he mute? Go
Yeah,
mute. um, and then yeah, I mean, like the ending. Yeah, I don't know. Like at least like 30 pages are just references and notes that he added there. I didn't even read them. I was like, ah.
I
But
actually did. Did you read the ones that he put in the other stories, like the really small, like?
oh, those ones, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Those ones were pretty interesting.
so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish that book. And it only has like 12 chapters, so it's not that hard, and it's Really easy. Because same thing with that book too. It kind of goes through everything he tells you. He like paraphrases it like
Hmm.
each like lesson in the end of the chapter. So you kind of brief through it.
I have two of his audiobooks I really like. So and his books are short. Like the audiobooks are like 2 hours long each. So
Yeah, they're not that long.
yeah. So I had to check more books of him. But yeah, right now I'm just reading that one and The Richest Man of Babylon and see what goes, what happens.
So there's another. Oh, it's not an audio book. I'll send it to you, but I ran into it on YouTube and I thought it was pretty cool. It's just like there's some guy talking about like let me pull it up. Um, where are you? There you are. I thought it was really interesting. So I'm like kind of reading. It's like 2 hours.
Hmm. Kill 2 hours easily.
Yeah, but usually I just listen to it when I'm meditating.
I like I like to like do that stuff like YouTube. YouTube's cool because I like I don't have to sit down and watch the videos or anything. Like when they're like audiobooks or even just like speeches, I could do other stuff too. So that's why I don't mind YouTube. But like if it's like a movie or something, yeah.
Mm,
Uh,
mm, there we go. Found it. So it's called Cryon, the light work handbook, and it has like lesson 1 through 5. That's
okay.
like 2 hours and 43. It's really cool. Let's see if I could send it to you.
Send that shit, bro.
And it's really cool what it talks about. You're just kind of like copy. Just talks about a lot of things like about like meditation and like spiritual life and then not to like ways to think positive and ways not to think positive. I really like it.
Yeah, I think like the month of December, I was on the right track, but I think I kind of started thinking like toxic positivity, in a way that I was
Yeah.
kind of lying to myself. Um, oh, but there's actually a Netflix series now too. I don't know if you've seen. It teaches you how to meditate.
No, no way.
Yeah,
No,
I watched the
I didn't.
first episode. It was pretty cool. I liked it because he walks you like he'll explain like what the benefits of meditation are, or even like explains what meditation is. He'll say like picture like you're sitting in like just on the side of a road, and you're seeing cars just drive by, right? And he's like each car that you see drive by is your thought. He's like, but there's times where you'll pay attention longer to one car and sometimes even want to chase that car. He's like, that's when you kind of have to like snap back into it and just pay attention that the cars are just passing by and you know. And I was like, oh, that's actually a really cool way of think of meditation. That your thoughts are just passing you by, and sometimes you'll like, you know, you'll pay more attention to one thought, and and then at like close to the end, he'll like walk you through a meditation and like tell you how to do it and like what you need to do. It's pretty cool.
It's cool that they have that on Netflix, dude.
Yeah,
So more people are more open to it.
I think they did that on purpose too, just because with everything that has happened. You know, that's why
Mm.
I think I was like, oh, that's really beneficial. And then I saw that at my cousin's house, and I was like, I gotta check that out when I get home. So been checking it out. So
Yeah, because the whole pandemic thing,
yeah,
it really helped out.
yeah. So I'm gonna check out episode 2 tonight and see what's up. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the first episode. It's pretty interesting because there's times where I'm
Nah,
like Am I even meditating right? Like I don't even know.
Hmm.
Uh,
It's
sometimes
because you're expecting for something to happen.
probably yeah, or even I just like I think I go too deep into like a thought or sleep at times. It's bad. I gotta really learn more.
Yeah, because honestly, like I was telling you earlier, like I try to get at least like 30 minutes in my 24 hours, or yeah, 24-hour day, like at
Hmm.
least 30 minutes of meditation or more. But
Hmm.
usually it's only like 30 minutes because I usually do it like when I take my break. Um, I kind of like get myself out of the work area and then recharge and then come back refreshed. Like I go in the back. There's like this little area. It's kind of like away from the sun. There's some shade, and uh, so I just wear my headphones and then I sit on a milk crate and just meditate for like 30 minutes. Sometimes they're a good 30 minutes. Sometimes I have like hard time, meditating.
Yeah.
But I think everybody does. But I try to like find the perfect like music, like something on YouTube,
Hmm.
and there's a couple of like videos that I like to listen to set my mood, and then go on to another video, and then that video is the one that I'll like stay on, like meditating, because I listen to like let me see if I could pull it up.
You listen to guided meditations?
No, sometimes, well, yes and no, because there is one um video that I like to listen to is called Listen from what's his name? Alan Watts. And
Oh,
he's pretty much walking you through how to meditate.
really? I might have to pull that one up. I love Alan.
If you want, I'll send it to you, because I'm telling you, like I have favorite the ones that kind of like help me meditate, so I could always go back to it.
Hmm.
But there'd be times when like you use it so much that you kind of get
Used to it.
annoyed of it, so you kind of have
Yeah.
to explore again and then find something that'll like hit you on your feels.
Yeah. No, there's one that I'm listening to. I've listened to this one a lot this week. It's a woman and she's walking you. She kind of tells you to like close your eyes and just picture that your soul leaves your body and it's going. It looks for another body, but that same body, like it looks like you, but it has like different traits that you currently don't have. Like you're confident, you're happy, or something like that. And she says, hop into that body and then come back to this one and add those traits with you.
It's kind of like I think I forgot who posted it, but someone posted it, and it's uh like you go through your ancestors, your past ancestors, and you get those traits from them and bring it to your own body. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, meditate, try to get to like your like ancestors that are in your own bloodline,
Hmm.
their traits, because they were successful doing whatever. You bring those traits, they have those traits, and through DNA you have it with yourself, and
No,
that's how you bring it into the other body.
I have to do that. I've never thought of, and that'll be good, cool too, because I mean, meditation is just you using your mind. So, like, as far as like when it comes to writing, I was talking about the infinite intelligence. That's something that you could try to um, go into when you're meditating. I've never thought about that.
I don't know, that's the way I think of it. It's like a different mindset, like like controlling your thoughts to be into a different mindset, and then that mindset you go into another mindset, and
Hmm.
then you bring all that to you.
Dope.
There you go.
He sent it. Good shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I like to listen to. That's actually the one video that helped me meditate was the Alan Watts one called Listen. That's the one that like when I remember like when I was first getting into meditation, I finally felt what everybody like kind of says they kind of leave their body. That was the video that helped me in a way. But it took me a while to listen. I listened to it at least like 6 to 7 times before it finally hit me.
Mm.
And then that's when I was like, oh, well, at least now I know how it feels. Let me see if I can find another video without any talk and just noises. And then, yeah, I just go through different videos.
Yeah,
Like
I have to
sometimes you
sometimes.
just have to explore, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure. Another one that I listen to, um, that I listen to like when I wake up. I'll still have my headphones on. I'll like switch it and I'll put a video that kind of tells you it's a guy talking. He's talking I am, and he says like a positive thing afterwards. So like I'll sleep like another hour listening to all that. Like I am, strong. I am this. I am that. I am that. And then I don't know. Feel different. Feel like yeah, fucking knock the day out.
That's
So,
cool.
Pineapple
I should do that.
Express. Pineapple Express. Time to suck today's dick.
Hell yeah. Fuck Jeff Goldblum.
So what, man? Fuck Jeff Goldblum, man. Don't get down on yourself, man.
That
I love him.
movie's the best.
Oh man. You remember Justine?
Hmm?
Justine?
No.
No, she worked at with us at the nursing home. Justine. She had glasses. You know who I'll talk about, man. You know who it is.
I honestly can't remember.
No? I don't know why I remembered her. Yeah.
Did she like the movie too?
Yeah, she loves the movie too.
Yeah. It's a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
You remember I got fired, so like
Did you?
yeah.
Not when I was there, did you? Oh, wait, no. Was I still there?
I don't know. I don't know. I think you were.
Well, I think maybe I was. Paula, right? Yeah, I was.
Yeah, because because those are the two that fired me.
Whatever. Fuck them.
I don't take it personally, dude. I honestly was just like, I'll find something else,
Yeah.
and I did.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah.
Man. Messy podcast today. I think it was. Oh, it kind of flowed.
I would say so.
I
I like. It might need a little bit of editing, but I think it was good.
I mean, because it was focused mostly on the mind. I think.
Yeah, we stayed on the mind and the vibrations. But I would say like when we started talking about books, that's when it kind of just.
Yeah.
You can probably take that part out.
Yeah, I could do that. Man, I can't think of anything else, Eric. I mean, overall.
Yeah. Well, keep it up, dude. Like you said, earlier, you're waiting for the call, but in a few days, you're gonna have to start.
Yeah, start kicking into gear. Yeah. See what happens. See what. I mean, I don't know. I've told like I said, my motto this month has just been whatever happens, happens, and I just kind of been living like that, and I'm not worried like at all. Like there's times where I do want to get worried, and I'm just like, why? Like I could control all this. I could like whatever I'm feeling, I have control over it, and yeah. So,
You
but
do.
overall, I mean, I'm happy. Like I do get lonely. I'm not gonna lie, but that's normal. But yeah, I'm excited.
Have you tried running lately? Sprinting? Any of that?
Uh, no, don't mention running.
Dude, honestly, I was never a person to like to run until I like started running, and that clarity when you're running just feels so good.
Yeah, I think you're gonna make me want to run tomorrow now. I hate running. I do, man. And it's weird to say because I'm a runner, but that's the thing about runners, bro. Like, you
And
would never be a runner that loves to run, dude.
okay, look at me. I used to hate running,
Yeah,
and I love running, but I don't run all the time because I hate running.
yeah, it's like runners are the laziest people you ever meet when it comes to running. And it's
I could
funny
totally.
because only runner, like, yeah, like if you run, you understand.
You're like, ah, and as soon as you start doing it, you're like, yeah, man. I
Yeah, no, for real.
was like, I'm
It's,
so glad I ran.
yeah, yeah. I feel great, man. Let's go running again tomorrow. So fuck that. Oh,
Yeah,
tomorrow comes.
your future you're like, fuck you, dude.
It's funny. Uh, it's great.
I would say, trying to stay on topic. Life has been good. Life is getting great. You know, it's not easy, but what I'm doing is gonna set me to success.
Have you started your online classes?
Yeah, it was much harder than I thought it was gonna be, dude. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that they're like mentioning, like how to like find chords, how to make a like how to play a chord and make a melody while on your same chord you're using. And it's a lot of like music theory that I have no knowledge of. So
It's all,
I'm going through a bunch of videos on freaking YouTube on learning chords, how to play chords, and then like progressing on the little things that they're like telling me to do.
it's all
Trying,
learning. Yeah, it's all a learning
yeah,
experience.
it's good. It's difficult, and I got to the point that I got frustrated, and I haven't picked up in a bit, but uh, it's been like 3 days since I haven't done any music.
Yeah, same here with my guitar. I haven't touched it in 3 days. And
Like I turn on the thing and I'm just like,
but I mean, it's all a matter of, you're beginners, we're beginners and not going to be amazing at it first. So,
yeah. But
no,
it's what was that?
I was going to say something too, but go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just like practice makes perfect. Like you just kind of have to keep trying at it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, I haven't done much with the guitar this week or these past 3 days, 4 days, just because like on the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're busy when it comes to lift. So that's
Mm.
the days that I go out the most. Really, that's the days that I really go out the most. So, man, my back is killing me. Changed my living room. I don't know if you saw that. I was not in the kitchen anymore.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Is that your balcony?
That's my
Or is it just the window?
that's
Oh,
my
backyard.
that's spring door to my balcony. Yeah, and that's leads to
Okay,
my bedroom.
nice.
Uh,
I would always would want a balcony, dude. That's like one of the things if I ever get a new place, is get a place with a balcony, so I can just smoke. Like
yeah, that's good for that when I used to.
like in the nighttime, like when I can't go to sleep.
Yeah, no, I
Having
just sit there and just on the floor and just chief one up. But I haven't in since November.
nice
Yeah.
tolerance break. Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did, but right now I can't touch it just because of the job. So
Yeah, that's good though. Like I said, like sometimes you need a tolerance break.
yeah,
I do it every once in a while here and there too myself. I'll probably go like 3 weeks, 4 weeks without touching it.
that's good. Yeah. Huh. What was I say? Anything else? Anything else? Can't think, man.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do drugs. If you do, do it responsibly. But I mean, Eric, you got anything else you want to add?
No, not really.
No,
Yeah,
I think I'm done
just
as
just meditate. That's it. 30 minutes or less.
30.
15 or less, I would say.
Yeah,
Try it. Give it a try. It'll change you.
especially check that Netflix series out. If you don't know how to like
Honest,
those like people watching this, if you don't know how to meditate, that Netflix series I think is really beneficial.
I honestly think that's a really kick-ass thing that they did. Like to even like put that in their own audience,
Yeah,
to have that option to even glimpse and know the knowledge of it.
it's pretty cool. I feel like Netflix gets it though. Netflix,
Some of their episodes, some of their shows that I've seen, they're really like spiritual and open about things like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like they actually have like a show like that. And now they have this with meditation. That's pretty cool.
you gotta keep up, man. They gotta be the best. All these competitions. Oh, did you ever watch Soul?
No, but
He's like, no.
it's been a busy day, like week with work. But I do have the password for Disney and everything. So, and it's funny too because I just came in today and my nephews were watching it.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. I was like, "Oh, it's that movie Soul, isn't it?" Like, yeah, it's really good. Have you seen it? I was like, "No." It's like, "Well, this is happening right now."
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, I was cool about it because they're just talking about things, and I didn't know who the character is or was, like, so it was cool. But it's always fun seeing them like their bright, happiness,
Yeah, do I remember when they were
vibration.
little as kids? I remember they were babies, dude.
Yeah, they're walking and talking now and
Yeah,
screaming.
they're like 8. They're like 8 years old. The oldest is 8, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or 10, maybe.
Wow.
They grow quick.
Yeah, they do. You haven't watched Wonder Woman then yet, right?
No.
I'm gonna pass you my HBO so you can watch it, bro. But like when I say watch it and put love, like that movie just is based around love. It's the greatest movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I've heard people say that it was good. Then I've heard people say it's bad. Like the better one, the first one was better. But like usually I don't really try to get any like insight of other people. 'Cause I like to witness it myself and then give my opinion about it.
both movies that are good. I mean, I really enjoy them, but even both of them just they revolve around love, and I think that was pretty cool. Of what those ones. So I'll pass you my HBO so you can watch it.
All right.
But cool, man. I guess we're gonna end it here. Everyone, take care. Peace out, and until next week.
All right.
All right. End meeting.